So, the Second Great Awakening. It was a Protestant movement led by Baptist and Methodist preachers that stemmed from Enlightenment ideas and fear that America was becoming too secular. The Second Great Awakening stressed the idea of personal piety over schooling and theology and allowed the borders between classes and regions to widen. Okay, now let's get into it. Though the Second Great Awakening basically started in the late 1700s, it really reached its height in popularity in the 1800s to 1860s. This was mainly through a man named Charles Grandison Finney. Finney advocated public marathon baptisms, which resulted in over 100,000 people being baptized, and was the father of camp meetings, massive revivals in New York City. These camp meetings allowed for Western New York, commonly known as the Burned Over District due to the intense level of evangelical revelation that swept through the area like wildfire, to become the center of the Second Great Awakening. The Second Great Awakening essentially made America a religious nation, boosted church membership, stimulated humanitarian reforms, and rose the number of Christian ministers from 2,000 to 40,000. Most of the religious movements during this time were Protestant, so they held little to no interest to the German and Irish immigrants. Because the Second Great Awakening was Protestant, the movement focused largely on individual choice, a personal relationship with God, and values that related to the market revolution. The market revolution, a drastic change in the manual labor system, was a form of very large inspiration for the Second Great Awakening. Protestant preachers started to adopt the idea of a selfish individualism, and there was a new market of new religions and preachers. They also held in high interest sobriety, industry, and self-discipline, which, surprise, was the essence of the market economy. As most religious movements, the Second Great Awakening was based on new ideas, such as perfectionism and a new perception of freedom. Perfectionism was the belief that there was an unlimited room to better oneself, and the duty to create a better person wasn't limited to themselves, but instead extended to their communities. The new perception of freedom was essentially the opposite of being able to do what you wanted. Basically, you weren't given the choice to sin. Yay! Congratulations! You finished the Second Great Awakening!